When it comes to animals, there's a lot we don't consider. Most of the time, people enjoy seeing animals in zoos, circuses, and even amusement parks. However, we really don't often stop to think that these creatures spent a life of mistreatment at the hands of unscrupulous people who only want them to make money. In this case, a 5-year-old bear named Luna had to go through a lifetime of misfortune and cruelty before being rescued by an organization that was willing to allow the gigantic creature to finally experience life as what she was, a bear. Now, bears are solitary creatures. They sleep in the winter and isolate from the world until the cold season is gone. This is known as hibernation. Luna never had the chance to hibernate, as she was taken away at a very young age by poachers who killed her mother. The vulnerable cub was taken into captivity while she was only a few months old. She was sold by poachers to an amusement park, where she was used as an attraction for humans to enjoy. Unfortunately, the conditions of her new home were very poor. At Albania's Alulona amusement park, Luna was confined to a tiny cage, subjected to all kinds of weather conditions, and was constantly disturbed by noisy crowds and ear-splitting rides. Soon enough, a rescue center in Germany, run by Paws, learned about the situation and decided to intervene. Luna was saved by the organization, who along with the police and vet was taken away from that horrible place to a zoo in Albania's capital, Tirana, where she could be examined. However, removing the bear from that place of horror was no easy task. The owner refused to give her up and lose an important part of his business. Fortunately, he had no choice but to actually surrender and allow the crew at Paws to take Luna out of the park to be examined. Now, Paws is a non-profit organization that puts the treatment of animals above all else. They worry about their well-being and do their best to keep them away from humans who seek to use them as money-making creatures. This time, Luna was in good hands. Ironically, the little bear was described by Paws to be one of the saddest bears they had ever seen in all of Europe, a behavior totally easy to understand if we consider all the trauma the poor animal had gone through. Nevertheless, the organization was not going to give up easy on Luna, so they took good care of her and put her in a zoo. Now, we understand most zoos don't really treat animals the right way. In fact, the 90% of the creatures we see in zoos aren't even born there, but rather taken away from their natural habitats and put in captivity for zoo owners to make money. This zoo, however, was different, as it was controlled by the Paws organization. So the animals there were well taken care of and only spent some time inside to recover before being taken to a more permanent place. In the case of Luna, she was taken to a bear sanctuary called Müritz in Germany. The center, also run by Paws, was home to a number of bears who were rescued and set free. Incredibly, the moment Luna got to her new location, she found the happiness she was looking for. The giant beast adapted immediately to her new clan and began to live her life as she was always supposed to. She now enjoys a quiet environment that's full of vegetation and the company of 12 other bears she interacts with. Not only that, but she also spends most of the time inside the pool during the hot months of the German summer. It all went as planned, and the Paws crew was happy they could help get Luna out of so much misery. However, there was still something Luna had never done since she was taken away from her mother many years ago. Winter was coming, and it was time for her to hibernate, but was she going to be able to do it? Normally, when a bear is taken away by a poacher, they tend to be very young. Thus, most of the time, they never learned how to hibernate. Luna, however, was lucky enough to be taught by her mother before she died. Still, after so many years in captivity, it made sense that the crew at Paws wonder whether or not Luna was going to be able to hibernate for the first time in years. Fortunately, the four-legged animal had no problem in digging her den. In fact, she was so excited to follow her instincts after so many years that she ended up digging 2 dens rather than just one. Of course, this was sort of a first time for her, so the crew at the Paws organization filmed Luna going through the process and then posted the video on their social media. The footage shows Luna scraping away dirt with such incredible speed and efficiency that in just 30 seconds she's almost done. Of course, the video was viewed by thousands of people who were more than happy for Luna and her new life. One user commented, "She's working so hard to make the perfect den. Hope it'll be deep enough to keep her warm." In the end, Luna finished her work and got into her den to test its sleepability, and it seemed to be perfect. For the next few months, she slept in there and enjoyed it to the point of even starting plans to hibernate much sooner this year. The Paws team was of course more than happy with Luna's recovery. Since she was rescued, they have continued to take good care of her and now expect the 4-legged creature to live her life at the fullest and enjoy the company of all the other bears.